Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas and General Administration Councilman Sergio Torralbo announced this week the calling for the program for social rent housing recruitment, an initiative with a budget of €200,000 per year.
Benalmádena's City Hall launched this week the call of the program for the recruitment of housing for social rent. The Mayor Víctor Navas explained why the program was created. We opened the call for those owners who want to make their homes available to the City Council for the creation of a housing stock for social rent. This program is part of a cross-cutting plan to facilitate access to housing for neighbors in a very complicated context and in a municipality where the tourist pressure causes rental prices to soar or there is no housing available for long-term rental. In the last plenary session, the new bases were approved to improve the incentives to the owner of the program to promote residential rental against the tourist, determining aid ranging from €4,000 to €6,000 depending on the characteristics of the housing. With this action, we encourage owners to put housing on the market for residential rental, and on the other hand, we are working on the creation of a bank of housing for social rent to give to those seeking housing through the recently created Housing Sector Council. On the other hand, we are also working on a bank of land for the construction of BPO, which in Benalmádena finds its main obstacle in the scarcity of available land, since most of the land in Benalmádena is developed urbanistically. General Administration Councilman Sergio Torralbo announced that the program's budget is of €200,000 per year. We remind owners who have uninhabited housing in Benalmádena that the City Council will pay €7 per square meter to set the price to be paid as rent, in addition to guaranteeing the payment of supplies and the proper use of housing. The budget allocation for this program is €200,000 per year for a period of 5 years. That is, it will have an overall investment of €1 million. People who want to access it must go to social services to register in the program of applicants for housing. The Housing Sector Council will choose the final list of beneficiaries. The deadline for owners to submit their applications will not have an end date. It starts at the end of May and will end when the credit available each year for the program is exhausted. City Council will guarantee the collection of rent, supplies, and that the use of housing will be adequate. City Council will also ensure that the return of the housing to the owner will be in perfect condition when the social rental period ends.
Avenida Fuente de la Rana has been the subject of different works from the sidewalk plans, an initiative that seeks to renovate the walking paths of different parts from our municipality.
The Mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, and Roads and Works Councilman Joaquín Villazón made last week a technical follow-up visit to the works being carried out in Avenida Fuente de la Rana at Benalmádena Costa. Navas explained that this action marks the start of the sidewalk plan. It is a work that is moving at a good pace. It began 2 weeks ago, and we hope that it will be complete in a month and a half. We continue to move forward in the renovation of the sidewalk in those neighborhoods that have had less investment in recent years and that in many cases did not meet current accessibility requirements. After Fuente de la Rana, we will continue with the renovation of the sidewalks of Los Naranjos Street and later in Fuente de la Salud. The mayor explained the effort made since their arrival to the local government to renew sidewalks and roads. Upon our arrival to the municipal government, we saw the need to address the renovation of the sidewalk of many streets due to its age. Just as we have done with the asphalting plans, which we carry out every year to advance little by little in the renewal of the road surface of all the streets of the municipality, we want to transfer the same approach to the sidewalk, changing and improving it in successive annual plans to progressively cover all the roads. Villazón highlighted that the action was necessary as the sidewalk was very old and gave them the opportunity to renew the water network. We have proceeded to change the sidewalk because it was very old, which is why the renovation was highly requested by the neighbors, and we have taken advantage of the action to renew the water network. As for the trees on the avenue, we keep the same specimens, and we are even going to plant 3 new trees in 2 tree pits that remain empty.
The Parks and Gardens delegation announced last week the signing of a new maintenance contract for these spaces that came into force on the 1st of June with a significant economic increase.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, and Environment Councilman Joaquín Villazón informed last week on the new maintenance contract for parks and gardens. The document that was just signed last week and includes a significant economic increase is coming into force next June 1st. Navas highlighted the increases on the contracts, explaining the situation they found on their arrival to the government team. We have signed 2 of the 3 lots of the new contract for the maintenance of parks and gardens, which will double the investment of the City Council. On our arrival to the municipal government in 2015, we found a contract for parks and gardens that cut an annual cost of almost 3,000 million euros to 1.8 million. We had to do the same job with 800,000 euros less annual expenditure purpose. From the 2 million euros per year of the previous contract, we are going to an annual maintenance of more than 4 million euros. The mayor detailed the different lots of the contract and thanked the workers for the effort. The maintenance of parks and gardens is divided into 4 lots. Rustic gardening, which includes parks such as Casablanca or the network of trails, value at more than 500,000 euros, maintenance of playgrounds with an investment of 200,000 euros, a considerable increase in the maintenance of other municipal green areas, which goes up to more than 3,200,000 euros per year. I want to thank the company and workers responsible for the maintenance of green areas for the effort made in recent years to fulfill their work despite the cuts of the previous contract. We used to have a single tender for all the work of parks and gardens, but now we have broken it down into several contracts. Villazón spoke on the importance of keeping our most emblematic spaces on the best conditions. We understand that these areas are some of the most emblematic spaces of the municipality and they require special care. With respect to the new contract that cares for the rest of the municipal green areas, it has an increase of 68%. We understand that it requires specific maintenance guaranteeing the safety of all the spaces. The investment for the maintenance of parks and gardens is being increased twice over the previous contract. We understand that in a tourist town like Benalmádena, green areas are a fundamental aspect.
Firefighters and local police have a job that involves emotional stress, and the Spanish Association Against Cancer prepared a training especially designed to help them with this problem.
The Spanish Association Against Cancer organized last Monday a psychoeducational training aimed at firefighters and local police with the aim of helping them to fight the stress caused by their work, teaching techniques and tools for emotional management. The president of the association in Benalmádena, Luisa Jiménez, and the mayor, Victor Navas, inaugurated the event, highlighting the collaboration between associations and public administrations. We want to thank the firefighters for the good relation with the association. This year, they've made a calendar with all the profits destined to the association. February was the Children's Month for the association, and they also collaborated by carrying out a special day dedicated to children at La Paloma Park. Today, our psycho-oncologist, Luisa Pedrero, is giving them a talk on how to take care of those internal fires that are so important in our daily life. Navas was very grateful to the association both for this action and for its work in general. We want to thank the generosity and hospitality that always give us the association. They always give back to all the collectives and collaborate with them, even when this collaboration is out of solidarity and respect for the work they do. If the people of Benalmádena is characterized by something, it is for its solidarity. When we have to help, we do it both from public services and from the general public or social groups. He also stressed the importance of training professionals in this type of subjects. Today, we want to thank us through this talk, which will arm our firefighters psychologically when they have to face any emergency situation. The association has always been in Benalmádena, but since it launched its new headquarters in the municipality, its presence and visibility is even greater. In this sense, the mayor has advanced that from the city council are studying the implementation of this measure and are considering various possible locations, such as the Park of La Paloma or any of the large urban beaches of Benalmádena. At the request of the Association Against Cancer, we are studying the possibility of creating smoke-free spaces in our most emblematic corners. If it is legally possible, we will try to create a municipal ordinance addressing it with the other political forces represented in the plenary and with all the agents involved. It is important to raise awareness in the prevention and fight against lung cancer. The psycho-oncologist of the association, Luisa Pedrero, in charge of giving the training, highlight that despite its importance, most professionals are not trained in emotional management and gave several examples of cases that have occurred in our municipality that can take a heavy emotional toll on these professionals.
The Dojan Taekwondo Center keeps representing Benalmádena all around Europe, and this week their athletes visited City Hall for a reception with the mayor, who congratulated them on their achievements.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, and sports councilman Joaquín Villazón held an encounter on Monday at City Hall with the athletes of Dojan Taekwondo Center Benalmádena, members of the Spanish Taekwondo team, and their coach, Maxi Montiel, after their excellent participation in the recent European Taekwondo Championship held in Croatia. Navas encouraged them to keep with the good work. We want to congratulate these great athletes, their coach and the club after winning medals for team, pairs and individuals in the European Championship in Croatia. This triumph demonstrates once again that sport in Benalmádena is in very good health. I'm encouraging them to continue working along these lines, highlighting that even if good results are the perfect regard to their work, the main thing is enjoying the sport. Villazón expressed his pride for these results, thanking the coach Maxi Montiel for his effort. We are totally proud of the results they have obtained. It is a very great merit to enter the Spanish national team and go to an European Championship to achieve all these medals. I want to thank Maxi Montiel for the work he does. The results are being seen day by day, in addition to the high participation in his school. Montiel thanked City Hall for the reception and highlighted the great performance of his athletes this season. I want to thank the mayor and the sports councilman for receiving us to celebrate the triumph of our athletes in the recent European Championship. We have Valeria Paul, who has reached the final of individual combat, achieving a silver medal against Ireland, Adrián Pérez, bronze medal in pressed, Laura Tomé, who after winning the last European has achieved bronze medal in team, and Alejandro Sánchez and Marcos Fernández, who reached the quarterfinals and just missed the medal. They are very happy for the great season we have done this year. Since last September, the club has won a total of 207 medals. Next season, the European Championship will be held in Romania and the World Championship in Finland, and we have 6 students in the national ranking to qualify for future championships.
And these are today's headlines. City Hall launches a program for housing recruitment. The sidewalk plans arrive to Avenida Fuente de las Ranas. New maintenance contract for Park and Gardens. Emotional management with the AECC. Navas receives at City Hall at least from the Dojan Center. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with slightly cloudy or clear skies, except for intervals of low clouds and morning mist in the interior. Temperatures will little change, minimum temperatures around 18 degrees, reaching up to 29. Winds from the northwest turning southwest and increasing on the coast, where they may be occasionally strong in the afternoon. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.